and development over the past 30 years. He is the co-founder and former president of Islamic Relief, the largest Western Muslim NGO in the world. He's also been recognized by several awards and bodies for his contribution to humanitarian work, most notably an OBE, which is Order of the British Empire, in 2004 for his services to the community. So inshallah, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Dr. Hans.
Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Huh? Yes, very good. Thank you. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala Rasulullah. If we talk about faith, we have to believe that we have faith first. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, aminu. Oh, you believer, believe. Why did he say that? Because quite often, our belief or faith go down the drain. Are very busy with the Prophet ﷺ at the time when everybody was with him. They'll be in a different status. And when you used to go to the market to trade or go to the family at home at the time, the iman goes down. And they complained to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, 1 hour you are up, 1 hour you are down. Sa'atun wa sa'a. So when you look at it, if we don't believe in our faith, we go nowhere, have no achievement, even if we have the wrong faith. We have to be believers in what we do, to do what we believe in, or to have what we believe in, or to achieve what we believe in. At your age, it's the age of energy, the age of dynamism, the age of speed, high speed and high tech. And if you are not ahead of time, you will be behind time and behind somebody else. And I cannot afford to see you followers anymore. Forget it. At the most gloomy atmosphere situation, you have to rise, shine, glare, and lead. Don't ever be taken by what's happening globally. You can't change the globe if you are a universal citizen. As I was mentioning to the brothers on the table, this is what belief is about, what faith is about. Faith is not something that I take it with me in my pocket and I use it when I go to the mosque and I take it off when I go somewhere else. It doesn't work this way. Faith is with you 24/7, when you sleep, when you think, when you stand, when you fight, when you argue, when you discuss, when you teach, when you make da'wah, it's with you. It is guiding us. It's shaping our life. It's taking us from this step to this step to this step. And the more you rise, the more you meet challenge, and the more you have a stronger faith in what you do. The people in Gaza standing there for nearly more than 4 months because they have faith. Everywhere, if you have the faith, you go where the faith can take you to. If you have no faith, you cannot go anywhere. That's why faith is not a piece of decoration. It's not a statement. It's not a speech. It's not a reminder. It's an action being taken by the individual, reflecting the depth of his iman or her iman, which will take him and her to the different level. And to keep rising and no limit for rising. No limit whatsoever. No ceiling. No boundaries for rising. Clear? Faith is not a part-time job. Sister, let us have faith. So we go to the talk. And we cry. I stopped long time ago to become a tranquilizer, to become a sleeping tablet, or become What is the thing which will make you excited? The medical doctor here. Give you the energy. Booster? Huh? Stimulant. Wallahi, they used to ask me to come, especially the young Muslim. Oh yes, give us something before we go to bed. I used to create all these stories about the companions. It's not on, and not anymore. Now we have to do one thing: to believe that we are leaders, because we are leaders, and we deserve to be leaders, and humanity needs our leadership. I'm not blinking. I'm not smiling. I'm very serious. Now we can start the talk. Can you make animal voices?
Not very well.
Later on, we'll have after dinner. Can you respond to me? I'm calling you, say good morning. Good morning. Say good afternoon. No, in my language. Iman is the humility and submission and surrender. Humility, submission, and surrender. It is, our hands and our legs and our skin has to be in full submission, state of submission to God. Al-Jawarih. This is Iman. Iman, when we submit or surrender our says, our action, keep surrendering it to the Lord who created us. Anything we do. Iman is surrendering our intention, our minds and our soul, not only our hands and legs and skin. No, not only al-jawarih. No. Surrendering our abilities, our faculties, and our inspiration. All surrender. To whom? To the Creator, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Surrendering the past, khalas, finished. Our presence, we're going to change things around, and our future. This Iman is complete submission, total submission and surrender. It's not a joke. That's why when you look at your reward, when you meet with Allah, you cannot imagine that this little Iman you have in your heart made you to have all this in heaven. Can we live without Iman? Yes, I forgot to say that I'm going to throw about 13 questions. This was the first one. Second question is, can we live without Iman, without doctrine, without message, without religion, without Lord? No, we can't. You know why? Because all of us in our nature have been created to look for this. Animals, birds, human being, mountains, water, wind, skies, dust, everything. وما من شيء إلا يسبح بحمده. Everything is making tasbih. ولكن لا تفقهون. But you do not understand the way they speak. There was a discussion about is the sand or particles is worshipping Allah? And one of the kafir in Mecca said, yes, of course. But the Prophet ﷺ, yes, I have heard it. The difference between knowing and hearing. The difference between communicating with the animals and the birds and the sands and the wind, and they listen to you and they obey you, and somebody tells you that he has read it or she has read it. This is the difference of Iman. So Prophet ﷺ heard it but the kafir know it or knew it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22, ayah 18, I think. Alam tara anna Allah, haven't you seen that the skies, the moon, the stars, the mountains, and everything is making tasbih to Allah? But human being like you and me, not all of us, some of us could be you, but not me. So here, because we have been given the choice by Allah to choose, the other creation have not been given the choice to choose. They have been chosen to choose to be in total obedience, but we have been choosing to be choosing what we want to do. Is it clear? Choosing to be choosing to do what you want to do. They said, okay, fine. Allah, we want to obey you 24/7. Finished. This is it. But to us, we said, no. We would like to choose everything. That's why most of us maybe not worshipping Allah, but all of them are worshipping Allah. This is Surah Hajj, number 18. Where can you find Iman? You find it in yourself. When you look at your mirror, then you look at the system controlling you at night when you sleep. The functioning organs inside the body. The harmony between the heart, the lung, the kidney, everything, and the brain. Who's controlling this system for you while you are asleep in the small death? The system has been given to us as a gift by Allah. So you find Allah when you look at yourself, when you look at the universe, the harmony of the many systems going together. The stars, the moon, the wind, everything. يسبح بحمده. Look at it. Find Allah is there. Whenever you look around, if we look deeply at the growth of our children, the growth of our trees, the growth of ourselves. Now I have no hair. I used to be handsome like you, or like you, like what's his name? James Bond.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Which one of them?
I think I forgot what his name is. I forgot what the actor.
The one who looks like me.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. The Scotsman. He did. He died. You know, he was supposed to be the movie star of Salah ad-Din movie. Mustafa Al-Aqad was trying to make this movie, and somebody somewhere did not like it. Because Mustafa Al-Aqad is the one who created or made the message and the desert of the line. Could he have done this movie as Sean Connery? You could have seen the impact of it. But he was blown up in a wedding party in Jordan before he started. Not him, I mean Mustafa Al-Aqad. At that time, he died with his daughters in this. Anyway, we find Iman in the stories of the people before us and the news of the people who are following us. If you read the Quran, you'll find that some expectation is coming closer and some explanation of new technology which will be coming later on. Find Iman there and Allah there as well. We find in your behavior, because sometimes in our behavior we follow one of the Asma'ullah al-Husna. Ghafurun, Rahim, Shakurun, Latif, ila akhir. This is, you are behaving like the characteristic names or the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. The fourth question is, do we need Lord? Do we need Allah? And here I have to explain the difference between Rabb and Ilah. Rabb is a provider of everybody, of everything, to let them to live on life. I don't know what to call the difference in English, Rabb and Ilah. Even you are not a Muslim, you are not a believer, he still gives you what can sustain your life on earth. Even he can give you more if you are not a Muslim, but you are a very hard worker. If you are not a believer, but this is a Rabb, a provider. But Ilah is the one who has a book for us to follow, to know the right and the wrong, the halal and the haram. So when we meet Allah, which is the Ilah later on, he will ask us, I have provided you with everything, why didn't you worship me or believe in me? Here we move to another question, and this is to you. Give me anyone who called himself Allah since the creation of man. Start. Who called himself Allah? Allah. No, not Lord. Not God. Allah.
No one.
Okay.
Fir'aun?
Allah. The word Allah.
No one.
No one. Any sisters? Huh? Allah. Allah. Okay. Fir'aun's name is not Allah. You can say the Lord. Yes, no one. And this is the challenge of your Lord. No one ever and nowhere forever will call himself Allah. This is your Lord. Sometimes we demean the value of his teaching and his book because we are very busy reading philosophical book, social book, or cultural books. I have no time for Allah. Other gods and goddesses. I was just reading this, the names, but I wouldn't bother you of actually mentioning all the names of the Greek and the Roman and the Mesopotamia and the ancient Egyptian and the others. You know, when I was reading this morning, you know, one of the Greek or Roman, she has a husband as a god and goddess. She has a baby boy, became a god, and baby girl became a goddess. And they have an auntie and an uncle, and they keep giving the godhood from this side to this side to this. These are the gods in the history. How many years that? How old is this? 2,000 years BC, 3,000 years BC, 4,000 years. But what is the age of the universe? What is the age of the universe? You don't speak my language. I teach you how to speak any other language. What is the age of the universe?
Billions of years.
Billions?
Billions.
13.4 or nearly 14 billion. Do you know anything about the Big Bang? The Big Bang, boom,
Yes.
boom, 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 boom. You know, boom, Z, what do you call it? Generation Z? I'm a boomer, isn't it? I'm a boomer?
I didn't say it.
The Big Bang, it took not a split of a second. When they wrote it mathematically, I cannot read it. But it changed what was before into smaller particle of the atoms. And it took Allah 13.5 billion years to create the universe again. You belong to the universe because you belong to the creation, the creator of the universe himself. And in this, when you look at him, I have a lot of references for the names of, which I'll ask you to write the number of the verses which I'll recite. I wouldn't be able to recite all of them because about 10 or 12, but I'll give you the reference of them. The Big Bang. You know, sister at the back next to Brother Khalid, when you go to heaven, how much your share will be? Try to ask for anything. Come next to me, please. Because I can share your share. Come on. Oh, you look like me.
Oh.
Or I look like you. How much your share will be when you go to heaven?
The share.
Share, yeah. A villa, a palace, a mansion, a city,
Anything
a town.
Anything you want.
No. You won't. Tell Allah now. Now Allah is looking at you. Tell him, I want that.
Ooh.
Be ambitious.
A big house with all my family.
Big house.
Yeah.
I think we need to send her somewhere. Bismillah. Yeah, I'll give you the big house. Not Allah. Allah will give you something else. Your share, if we imagine the universe, one of the galaxies, if you travel inside the diameter of one galaxy, the distance will take you 30,000 or 300,000 light years to just travel in one galaxy. And there's 2 trillion. And Allah's throne is bigger than heaven. And Allah's throne is bigger than the universe. And 2 trillion galaxy in the universe. Which galaxy you want to take?
Which one?
Take anyone. He is listening to you. He wants your order. Tell him I want 10 galaxies.
All of them.
All of them. No, yeah. Leave something for us. This is how to relate yourself to the Lord or to Allah who created all this. You know the other gods and goddesses? God of the not the underworld, the underworld. God of sex, God of love. You see, that's all the goodies which I was reading about them this morning. God of water, God of poetry, God of hunt, God of boxing, gymnastic. When you read the old gods and goodies, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. God of what else? God of war, God of wisdom, God of eloquency, sea, wind, wine, fertility, marriage. It's how they designed, and how they define their gods. But for us, Allah, here I'm giving you the names of the ayah. If you going to refer to God. Thank you. You took the 2 trillion galaxies. She left nothing for us, huh? Give me one galaxy, please. This is a reference for you. If you look at about the astaghfirullah, I don't want to say the quality. I said that actually God, our Allah. Read these 7 or 8 or 10 verses. Al-Anbiya, chapter 21, verse 30. The second one, Ar-Ra'd, chapter 13, 2 and 3. You know what Allah said in the Quran, in this verse? That As-samawat wal-ard kanata ratqan fafataqnahum. Skies and earth were one piece of land. They're closed. Then Allah, boom. This was the Big Bang, which we talked about it at the beginning of last century. Allah explained it 1445 years ago. He put them apart. This is Surah Ra'd, actually, the second and the third. Al-Mu'minun also, chapter 23, verses 12 to 14. Al-Hajj, chapter 22, verses 5 and 6. Al-An'am, chapter 6, verses 59. Luqman, chapter 33, 27, verse 27. Yunus, chapter 10, verse 61. This is the second question which talk about God, our God. That's why the challenge is, and I will stand here for another 1,000 years to tell me after 1,000 years, does anyone claim to call himself Allah or not? This was a challenge given to Abu Lahab and his mother and his wife. The verse of the Quran about Abu Lahab, you know what it said? Tabbat yada Abi Lahab wa tab. Khalas? If Abu Lahab wanted to prove that the Quran is wrong, you could have become Muslim. He didn't. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Tabbat yada Abi Lahab. It is a statement in a book which has no wrong. Don't ever undermine the book that Allah by himself is protecting it. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafiz. Never ever to sideline it. If you want to make the change, like one of our brothers on the table there, you have to have the companionship of Allah. He is with us by his invitation, but we have not invited him by our invitation. We invite him, you know what? When we listen to his book, even if we don't understand it, even if we are busy, just keep it on with you to create this atmosphere around you. He will be surrounding you and will bring the angels of Quran to surround you. This is this thing which we need to have the companionship of Allah if we try to make a change maker. Moving to humanitarian work, which is you want to ask me about. Is my time is up?
10 minutes left.
Okay, 11 minutes. Okay.
He can have my 45 minutes.
No. It doesn't work this way. Humanitarian work is everything you do to serve others. With the word others, including non-human being. Don't ever think humanitarian work is emergency response. No. No and no. It is serving others, from the climate, to the animal, to the birds, to the insects. We need the insects, to the human being. It's a nature, fitra. Inside us, male and female, animals and others. It's a fitra. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala implanted it in every gene we have. It's the duty of every one of us. Of every one of us. Whether we are male or female, young or old, poor or rich. It's a message. Don't ever come to do this work because you are looking for a job. I will never accept you. Till you get out. I said it many times to people. I have no time for people to leave at 5 o'clock because it's a message. It's a mission. It's a dream. When you meet with the children, they look at your eyes with a glamoring look because you think that you are coming to save them. You are coming to build their schools. You are coming to build their clinic. You are coming to provide them by food and water and clothes. You are going to give them the shoes, the football, the toys. Don't ever touch this field unless you are responsible, unless you can stand for it, unless you are trying to give sacrifices. Because it's a part of the prophethood. It's a part of the prophethood. And the characteristic of the quality of prophets and messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to help, support, to the guide, to teach, to save, to protect. Don't ever play games and say on TikTok, I raised 2,000 pounds. In the good old days, we used to walk the walk not talk to talk. That's right. Talk the talk and walk the walk. What happened if you walk the talk?
Allah knows best.
Or talk the walk? All right. He is not from the class 92 for Manchester United. You know Manchester United?
I know of them, yeah.
You know of them? Oh, they are next door to you.
Yeah, about an hour away, yeah.
Manchester?
From Bradford.
Oh, an hour away. Very good. Bradford Sharif, huh?
Yeah, Bradford Street.
أكبر من قام شريف. Anyway, it's a message, it's a mission, it is it's a culture, it's a spirit. Don't ever think because you are raising too much money on the Instagram or the chat or whatever you call it, you have done it. The least we have in our hands is the money we make to help. But the most we have in our hands in the spirit of your heart, which you need to emit it inside the soul and the mind and spirit of the other people. So when they see you, when they be with you, and when they listen to you, they will never forget you forever. Money is the least. Don't ever be deceived by the millions. When we started Islamically 40 years ago, we started with 20 pence. 20 pence. You talk about a few £100 million nowadays. We start from no job, no office, no desk, no computer, nothing. But we manage, all of us, young people like you and younger than you, to make the difference. We're starting from not knowing anywhere to the people to follow us everywhere. They take our staff to work in higher organization, bigger organization, and others. Once upon a time, I was working with a young man who was a master, who got 2 masters in 7 languages from Somali origin. And after 6 years working with him, he went to another organization because he used to have a few £100 a month.
5 minutes left.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. Now you stopped my thinking. Anyway, he told me, Doc, they give me $6,000 a month. I said, go. When he went there, I started to talk to them. You know what? They told him, where have you been working? Have you been working at UN? I said, no. At European Union? ECHO? No. Where? I said, MCF. Everybody was, what's MCF? Muslim Church Forum. We create leaders because we have no time to be followers. We learned it to be followers 30 years ago. But now we should teach others to be leaders for the coming 40 years. Who is the owner of our work? There's a provider, and there is an owner, and there's a servant. The provider is Allah. The owner is the widow, the orphan, displaced people. And the servant is me and you. Because we spend their money on our salaries. So when we have the cut of administration, we have to be careful. Because they live in no man's land, and we live in comfortable houses. You consider yourself as a servant, and if they accept us as a servant, we are rising high. They are raising our status before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why we do this kind of work as humanitarian work? because it's sunnah, and now becomes a duty. And now it becomes duty and obligation because of the number of calamities and disasters affecting the whole world. This work, that's another challenge, cannot be functioning or effective in the absence of two components, women and young people. If an organization tells you that we do it, look at the composition of the board, look at the composition of the staff, and say, no, you are wrong. We're the young men, we're the young women. They're not there, they are doing it right, wrongly. Even in the mosque, they should have in the board women, because woman does not represent just a female side of it. It represents a culture, feeling. It represents a way of dealing with the problem differently to men. She's not like him, like you. You look at the problem with a different eye, because in the woman is the compassion, the love, and the care, and the others will fight. So we need the people who fight, and we need who can actually be compassionate and careful and. There is no good job or successful job without young people. And this is my last one. If you want to ask me any questions, any question you think it is, what do you call it, difficult, or you think it is, embarrassing or sensitive, I am for it. Thank you, sir.
Just before you go, I have something for you. I can't leave that one, I switch it off.
Champagne?
It looks like it is, I promise.
Because
it's zaytun, it's olive oil. So, yeah.
champagne made of zaytun.
Doesn't say champagne.
Yeah, it's 2 bottles, yeah.
Allah bless you, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. What? Oh, okay.
It's a break.
Yeah?
Yeah, so we're just on for a break now. Jazakallah khair to Dr. Hani.
I see, okay.
Alhamdulillah, it was really, really good. Mashallah, we learned a lot there, even me, myself. Alhamdulillah, there's a lot to take away.
Thank you.
So, inshallah, we've got a break. Is it 10 minutes? Yeah, just a break of 10 minutes, inshallah. So,